Yetta, why do chickens sell their houses faster and for more money?
I have really absolutely no idea this time.
Because they keep them impeccable.
Okay.
Moving forward with the Dekker Team. Moving forward together with the Dekker Team.
So we're excited that we've created for you free access to over 603 Life's Inside Track episodes where we share insider tips, making house home, and really just how to get the most out of your money and even your fun and adventure. And the great news is you can get access to them from home, from the office, or on the go. And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, just go to the Dekker Team YouTube channel, and there is going to be literally hundreds and hundreds of episodes to select from on any topic almost that you want. And so what we're going to do today.
Yeah? What are we going to do today?
We're going to explore that when you could play the Purge It game when you're selling your house, you're actually going to make more money.
Is the Purge It game like a whack-a-mole?
It's kind of like a whack-a-mole, I guess. So the Purge It game is something that we have been advising our clients to play, and we didn't actually have a name for it all the time, but now we have a name for it. And it feels helpful because it is stressful when we're dealing with our biggest asset. And not only is it stressful decision-making, even getting the home ready can be a very stressful time for people.
Especially we find with seniors who have collected, maybe they've been in the home for 30, 40, 50, 60 years, collected a lifetime of stuff. And as a matter of fact, I was at a trade show the other day and met with a company that's what they do. They go in, they assist seniors in packing up what's going to go with them to the next location, and then selling, donating, removing whatever's left. So that's a great service.
It really is a great service. And so if you need that service, reach out to us, because one of the things we are for you is a connector. We want to connect you to the right people. And that's one of the reasons we say to you every time except when we forget, we extend a gracious invitation that says, if you want to be part of the Dekker Team community, plug in by sending us an email at together@dekkerteam.com, because you can ask questions, but it also gives you access to our people that we know, trust, and like. And so then you don't have to find out about them the hard way.
Right.
And most of the time we test out the services. We don't just go to a trade show and get connection, but you've got pretty good discernment.
Well, and one of the employees there is a past employee of ours at Solid Rock Realty, so it made it an easy introduction.
Right. And so there's a level of trust there because we already trust that person.
Yeah, she left on mat leave and then decided not to come back with a small child, and then moved into this career.
That's
section.
Fantastic. So the Purge It game.
Yeah.
That's step one.
But why do it?
Why do it?
Yeah, because
it saves a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right? Because your house will probably sell for more if you play the Purge It game before you move versus after you move.
Right.
Because we know how to play it after you move.
The studies show that a decluttered space, and nice if it's your entire home, actually creates, you said, joy and calmness.
And some peace.
And peace. And it makes people feel better.
When they come look at it.
Studies have shown it. No, not just people that come look at it, but the people living in it. We've had people where they declutter and then decide, oh, you know what? I've decluttered. I've painted my house. I've cleaned it. I don't want to move anymore. It works for me again. Isn't that amazing?
I know.
And that's great.
And
sometimes we ask people, what would keep you in your home when they ask to sell it, right?
We're actually thrilled about that, because if it's not the right time to move, when it is, we suspect that you will still call us then. So we don't have to push that to happen when it's not the right time for you, which goes back to some of the other episodes that we've done where we talk about time your life, not the market.
Right. So inquiring minds are asking, because I've delayed long enough.
Yes, you have.
Inquiring minds are asking, what elements are in the Purge It game?
So the first one is actually use it. And that really means, what do you need to use in the day-to-day, or, this is the little twist, use it for staging. what elements in your house that maybe are in storage right now, they're not out, they're not being used. So we'll go into storage spaces with you and look at what can we use in your house for the staging or I call it home prep. I mean, home staging has got such a rap in my mind because it feels like you're going to take everything that you own, ditch it, and bring in all fake stuff that isn't really yours. And that's seldom what we're going to do.
Yeah, no.
Most of the time it is utilizing what is in your home already because it works with your decor.
Yeah, it might be
works with
taking
the layout.
a beautiful blanket out of the cupboard and putting a book next to it and a pair of reading glasses if you're a little bit older like us, and maybe a tea mug or something. And it just looks like the home is livable. It's that area I could use for reading, right?
Exactly, which we're going to talk about in another episode. So it really is about choosing what you want to use. Either use it for staging or, of course, that you need to use in the day-to-day.
So is it use it or lose it?
It's use it or lose it, sorta.
Sorta, okay.
Sorta. So the first step is use it or lose it,
Mm-hmm.
right? And if you're going to lose it, then there's really 4 different ways that you can lose it. Don't lose your mind. Have fun as you're doing this,
it's
right?
not really losing it, but
Sort of is, because the first one is pack it. So lose it for now.
mm-hmm.
So what are you going to pack? Put them in neatly stacked bins, put them in neatly stacked boxes. And, seldom do people actually need to rent a storage locker. You can save money if you organize in advance rather than in arrears.
Right. And probably you don't have, if you use the other 3 that we're going to talk about, you won't have as much to store or pack.
You really won't.
Okay.
So it'll save you money and give you some joy. So as you're going to pack it, you're going to think about, am I going to use this in my next place? Or do I just not really know what to do with it right now? So I'm just going to throw it in a box, which I know we've done. We've done that more than once where we just shoveled stuff in boxes and we're the guilty. We're not always telling you that we've done everything perfectly right.
We learn from experience.
We learn from experience.
We put everything from our old house. We did not purge. We did pack up everything so that the house looked great, but we put it in a trailer, which we were moving to the next house. And then we filled up the garage and filled up the basement. And so now we have some boxes that haven't been emptied in almost 10 years.
I know, right? We had the advantage that our daughter and our son-in-law bought our house. So we didn't actually have to get it ready for staging.
Yeah, not to the extent.
Well, not at all, really. They bought the house before we did anything. So we were able to cheat that corner. But anyway, so pack it if you're going to take it with you. Then the other one is if it's something you really have no use for, it really fits into a few categories. You can gift it or donate it.
Mm-hmm.
So I call it gift it. Maybe to a friend, it may be to a family member, or it may be to a charity.
Free on Facebook Marketplace.
Right. So many different options.
Free on the curb, whatever.
Right. So there's lots of places where you can gift it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other is basically recycle it. It's not really worth keeping, but maybe it's worth recycling.
Okay.
Right. And then, of course, you can toss it.
Put it to the curb for the garbage man.
Right, because it really isn't. Yeah, or our grandson is actually somebody that does garbage pickup now, and he's having a blast doing it because you can make anything a game.
Yeah.
So make this a game because when you make it a game, you win.
Yeah. So playing games can lighten your load. And together we're clarifying your options so that your wisdom will flow.
Moving forward with the Dekker Team. Moving forward.